Actually. Hey, all right, there we go. Now we're live. Hello, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you guys are watching the Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Scotty Dreamer, and with me, as always, are John Dubs.
Boom.
And Jay Stone.
Shakalaka.
Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Doing great,
good.
sir.
Doing good.
Good. So we got the word is starting to spread on the interweb. We're starting to get more and more people to tune in as we do this live, so that's kind of nice. We're going to give them a second before we get into the big stuff for the evening. But we've got some recaps for week 15, week 16, and then we're going to hit on the pay-per-views a little bit. I don't think we have any recaps yet for the pay-per-views.
No, not yet.
No, I don't think there's any results been posted yet.
Good. I kind of like that. It's sometimes I feel like I'm if the recaps come in too early, I feel like I'm getting way behind on the next week, even though we haven't even got all the recaps yet for the week that we're on. So trying to stay up on it. All right, we got a couple people here. It's good. How's everybody doing in internet land?
Mm.
Or the metaverse. As it
Metaverse, yeah. That's what it is now. So, Metaverse.
Right. Well, got a big night for us. Want to welcome all the new people in the Worlds Collide Fantasy Wrestling League. Even the spectators. We've almost doubled in size in the last couple weeks. I'd say, wouldn't you?
And like the last weekend, last weekend we doubled with I want to say at least 15 to 18 new people, maybe.
Yeah, it's
got a lot of new people.
It's kind of nice. We got people checking things out. We've got some new people that are actually already our assistant general managers, young boys, as I like to call them, but that got voted down.
Young Padawans.
Our Padawan learners. Speaking of
one of them.
We've got Gideon on here. How you doing, Gideon? Glad you could join us. He's going to be one of the assistant general managers moving forward here. It's going to be kind of nice to see what everybody's able to come up with, how the mentors and the mentees can work together and what they can come up with on these different shows.
Right.
It would be amazing to see somebody that's very timid get put with John Dubs. So it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to get some good mixture of people, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right. I think so. I got two of them that I get to mentor. So one for NXT and one for AEW. So
okay.
So that's pretty cool.
I've got actually somebody that used to train me in amateur wrestling because he was a couple years older than me, is now going to be my young boy in here in the World's Collide Fantasy Wrestling League.
What's that? You gonna have him call you daddy?
Yeah. He used to make me carry his gear in real wrestling, so
now he's gonna carry your gear.
Yeah. Grab my backpack, carry it inside for me. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The group page is changing, so I did put the link to the group page in our description tonight. So take a look at it. There's a lot of new features that we're putting on there. It's not only going to be the match cards anymore. We're putting polls out there based on recent match cards. There's going to be a lot of different topics that we hit on, things that are happening in the world of professional wrestling. Some people might put stuff that happened in the past, try to get some theories on things like that. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going on there. We invite everybody to take a look, even if you want to be a spectator and don't want to run your own show. If you like the way we're doing things, just take a look and give us the feedback, because if we don't have the feedback, we might think that we're doing something wrong. I know Jay gets very self-conscious. I don't know if what it might be that's causing that. But
right.
he starts to get a little paranoid that he's not doing a great job on everything.
That's right.
So.
That's right. That's right. Hold on, let me. There we go.
I'm not sure what it is that's causing it. So make sure you pop on and give us that feedback.
Right 420 title right here.
There you go.
There
Undefeated.
You go.
Undisputed.
Remember, eventually you got to defend that against Willie Nelson, Rob Van Dam, and Matt Riddle.
Yep.
Well, when we get Willie Nelson in the game, we'll talk.
All right. Now, without any further ado, why don't we get into a little bit of the recaps? Let's start with week 15.
All right. Let's do that. Let me scroll back up here. No.
We're hoping this goes a little bit faster. Jay Stone over there kind of set things up a little bit differently, so we may be able to move through these recaps a little bit quicker.
Right. So, just gonna scroll. So for CCW week 15, 40 points. AIW scored 20 points. There was no title matches. TNA had 60 points with no title matches. NXT UK had 50 points with no title matches. Lucha Underground had 50 points with no title matches. ROH had 50 points with no title matches. DCCW had 70 points with no title matches.
That's
we're gonna
a damn
move.
good week, man. You gotta love.
Yeah,
70's good.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder.
And a lot of these were really big weeks for some. So
yeah,
we're moving down to weeks that had title matches, which was we'll start with Stampede with 60 points, and they had a title match with Johnny Mundo retaining the Junior World Heavy Junior title. Then we'll move down to NWA with 60 points, and you saw
David's here.
Oh, he actually, he said something about he might not make it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, he was actually
good
made it.
Good
to see you, David. Pure Power Pow.
In the house. All right, anyway, so NWA with 60 points. They had two matches. Karrion Kross and Scarlett defeated the Punks to become the NWA mixed tag champions. The Undertaker defeated Batista in the WrestleMania Revenge Tour, making him 9-5.
Damn good record.
Right.
It's not 14-0, but it's a damn good record.
It's pretty good so far. WCW had 60 points with Robbie V retaining the TV title against Bad Street. OVW had 30 points, and Chandler Parker of Raw became the new 24/7 champion.
That was nice. And we got a limo out of the deal.
Right. Not bad at all. ECW with 50 points, with Seth Green defeating Bob Saget to become the new TV champ. We'll get into more about that later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely have to do that. Raw with 60 points. Rex and Dinsmore retain the mixed tag titles in a feast or famine cash-in attempt by The Shore. SoCal Val cashed in her Money in the Bank contract to defeat Allie Rex to become Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah, Rex had a big night. I felt good. I mean, Rex had a big night. I kind of had to stack the deck against her to get SoCal Val that win because she does not seem to lose these title matches. Rex and Dinsmore, they've been running the show.
Right.
Who would think Eugene would be running the show?
Yeah, not me.
Oh, that's funny. let's see. Moving on, we got AEW with 40 points, and we had Gabby Gilbert defeat Jamie Hayter to become the new TBS champion. I don't know how I feel about that yet.
Yeah, that hurts a little bit.
Not my favorite, but
I gotta say that Gabby was the first AEW Women's World Champion. So, I mean,
okay,
at least she's still winning championships. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, but not the one I wanted to, not the way I wanted to go down. But that's all right.
True.
We'll move down with SmackDown with 30 points, with Kevin Thorne defeating Beer Can Man to become the new SmackDown Hardcore Champion.
I just noticed the next result.
So before I get into this next result, so my son came up to me and he's like, because that's who he challenged me. He goes, Dad, I want to face you for the Cruiserweight title. And I was like, on the game? He's like, yeah. He goes, I want my character to face you. And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, let's hope you win. It didn't happen. Nasty J retained the Cruiserweight title against Micro Cat Danielson. So I told my son, I was like, well, at least you still have the Micro Championship. So I had, he challenged me. Hey. I can't take a challenge lightly.
Hey, it's not too long until those little ones start to defeat
us. Oh, dude, he's already like me and him. We scrap a little bit, and sometimes I gotta tell him, "Whoa, I've had enough." I really do, man. He goes hard. Like I taught him well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one, which Randy Orton defeating The Undertaker in the WrestleMania Revenge Tour, making it, I believe that's 9-6.
Yes, 9-6.
Somebody talking shit over there?
No, well, not about you. Moose wants to know who's the guy sitting in Dub's seat with the new scary mask.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, that was so good. It made me lose my spot.
On NXT.
NXT 30 points with the Cock Raiders defeating Corbin Experience.
Yep. Not sure who got the pin, but as long as Baron Corbin goes down, that's the key, right?
Right. That's right. So then we had Sam Gradwell retain the North American Championship against Andrew Everett. Travis Banks retained the TV title against Keith Lee. And Ciampa and Thatcher cashed in their money in the bank contract against Kazawa to become new tag champs.
Okay.
On that one. And then we have GCW with 40 points with Chainsaw Charlie defeating Hardcore Holly to become TV champion. And then we have the Dusty Classic results for 15 if you want to go.
We can. We got here. We got Redragon.
So we got Red Dragon. MLW defeated the Stud Stable from WCW. X Factor defeated the Revival of MLW, and then DWL of OVW defeated.
That's a lot of initials.
That's a lot of initials. Of NXT, Mustache Mountain of NXT UK defeated the Good Brothers of TNA, which doesn't surprise me with Carl Anderson getting his balls cut off. So
yeah, it checks out.
Then we had Jay Stone finally defeat the Chairman in one match.
So it's 2-1 for the chairman at this point.
Right, right. And then that's it. So
was that the handicap match?
No, that one's on next card. Yeah, that's on next card. So
all right, so then in week 16, we had CZW with 50 points, AIW with 30, NWA 70, Stampede 40, NXT UK had a 60, OVW was 60, Ring of Honor was 70. Those are 3 good weeks in a row, right? That's a lot. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
DCCW with 20 points and Lucha Underground with 40. And it's not too bad. No championship matches, so not a whole lot going on. Might have been a couple of number 1 contenders leading into the pay-per-view, so you never know.
Yeah, I think so. That's all I really know about that.
Yeah,
I think just contenders matches. So
okay.
So I guess we can go into the championship matches that were on here. WCW had 50 points. Robbie V retains the TV title against the Ringmaster.
Okay.
And then we had a phenomenal trio from TNA defeat NWA and WCW. I think they're the Villain Enterprise of NWA and 3 count of WCW to become World Class Trio, Cruiserweight Trio champions, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. So that's one of those long names that I'll never remember.
That's why I cut them down and I just say like X Division trios, because that's shorter than Cruiserweight. So.
Oh yeah.
Then we're going to move on to NXT with 50 points with Josh Woods defeating Travis Banks to become new TV champion. Then we had the Viking Cock Dreamers defeat the Corbin Experience. How do you feel about that name, Scotty?
It's solid. It's a solid four-man team name.
And then after that, Baron Corbin retained the NXT title against Pete Dunne after a cash-in attempt.
Pete, man, we set him up, and you just couldn't knock him down.
He failed. And then we had on SmackDown 30 points, and Shawn Michaels defeated The Undertaker in a last man standing match at the WrestleMania Revenge Tour, making him 9-7.
That record's starting to creep back to 500 over the weeks here.
Yeah.
It's like with any coin toss, eventually it's going to get back to 50-50.
Right. Then we had AEW with 20 points. That saw the Chess Man defeat Cain Velasquez to become the new TNT champion. TNA with 70 points, 40 for predictions, and 30 for World Collide points. We saw Warhorse. Yeah, all those were the tournament matches leading up to the actual TV title match, which Warhorse defeated Mike Tyson to become the new TV champion. And then we had Angelina Love defeat Chelsea Green and Stella J to become the new Knockouts champion. So now I have all 3 of my beautiful people with championships. So that's cool.
Awesome.
Then we had Raw with 30 points. And it looks like Allie Rex and Nick Dinsmore retained the Raw mixed tag titles against Born to Be Rude.
Yeah. Trying to come up with more names. More names for them. Yeah.
I really like that name. So then we have ECW with 60 points with Bob Saget now becoming a 4-time ECW TV champion, as he defeated Meatloaf, Marco Stunt, and Seth Green.
Yep.
Let's see if he'll lose at this at the pay-per-view. So
yeah, he's defending at the pay-per-view, but we'll see if he loses it or not.
His title reigns last almost as long as Sasha Banks's.
Right.
That's true.
So then we go down to GCW with 50 points. That saw Excalibur defeat Hardcore Holly and Chainsaw Charlie to become the TV champion. And then I put these other matches on here because I'm sure John Dubs isn't happy about these results.
No, I don't think he is at all.
So the Good Brothers knocked off the Bushes and Blade, which I'm not too happy about that.
And Carl Anderson beats him with no balls.
No balls.
Again, you got to join the group so you can read some of this stuff. But essentially, Carl Anderson gets stabbed in the balls before the match and then competes anyways instead of just jumping off the roof.
then we saw LA Knight defeat Bram. Now, we did have a good match where the House of Black and Red defeated Roping 3K. Is that how you say that?
Roppongi 3K.
Yeah.
Then we have Priscilla Kelly defeat Xylee. Okay. I can't see it from this
Nakazawa knocked off Darby Allin. I mean, and Omega and Styles.
And Styles defeated John Dubs and Abyss. Defeated the GCW champion, world champion, and ultra violent champion.
Yeah.
And AEW world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
A lot of championships right there.
I don't think John feels great about it.
Well, I can tell you this, at the pay-per-view, they're not going to feel too great. So,
looking forward to that.
We also have to defend the AEW title against Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
So that's a big week.
Considering all these losses, I'm assuming you weren't picking against the House of Black or the Black Rose Cult in most of these matches. 50 points is pretty good.
Yeah, like some of them, I'm like, well, I'll probably have like Omega and Styles. They'll say they win. I did predict that. So
okay, had a few of them like that.
Had a few of them like that.
There's that at least.
Right. So then we have the Dusty Classic results. Oh no,
we got MLW.
We got the Oak. With 10 points. Dan the Oak, massive week.
Points.
Yeah, big week. Yeah,
great week. Sam Stoker retains the Global Cruiserweight Championship against Cadaver. How do you say that? I don't know how you say it.
Cadaver.
Cadaver. Okay, yeah. I ain't good at pronouncing names, motherfucker. So then we have the Dusty Classic results. Do you want to go? You want to check these ones out?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Are these round 2 matches?
No, these are the last.
Last of round 1?
Last of round 1, yeah.
Okay.
So
we had DX from SmackDown.
Defeat Kings of Wrestling from TNA. The Dudley Boys defeated War Machine from GCW. Major Brothers from Stampede defeated NWO from ROH. Good for them. And then the Guerrero Brothers from UK defeated the Eliminators from CZW. Bear Country of Stampede defeated the Nasty Bros of AEW.
I did not notice that Stampede sent both of their teams through. Good job for the anonymous general manager there.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then the chairman defeated Jay Stone and the Evil Weedheads in match 4 of 10.
Alone? Oh, I was still thinking tournament. Yep. So that was not a great week for Jay Stone there.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah. 3-on-1 advantage and can't knock off the chairman.
That's because Tom the ref was there.
That's
Tom
true.
the ref.
That son of a bitch. Thought for sure he'd be in a hospital after what Mr. A did to him.
You get Mr. Dubs on him.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds like he got dropped off over there, didn't he?
Right.
Probably.
So that's it for that's it for that. For all the week 15 and week 16. So
all right, we got the Rumble winners here. What's this Midnight Express 2.0?
Yeah, so when I did the that big Rumble at the pay-per-view last
tag
time,
team Rumble.
Yeah,
that's right.
They were the winning teams, and
so they're the 16.
Yeah, they were the last ones. So they got the pass in round 1. So
okay, that's what it was. I remember that now that you say it.
Right. So AIW got that with Midnight Express 2.0.
So do we know which of these teams is facing who in the second round?
So
you've got them broken down by tournament A and tournament B. I don't know
if
they were.
The way that I'm going to do it is I'm probably going to do tournament A winners will face tournament C winners, and tournament B winners will face tournament D winners.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm leading towards. That's
All right. So next time around, remember, check out the page. You might see what those matchups end up being. Otherwise, I'm sure we'll talk about the results next time.
So, if you, we don't have to go through all the winners or losers or anything like that if you don't want to. But if you do, we can.
Oh, we basically covered them already. We're good on that.
Yeah. Anything else we got going on? Anything in particular? I guess I got so my my assistant for NXT, he brought to my attention that I have some women's tag team titles vacant and is wanting to do a tournament. So I told him to get me a tournament going, and we'll get something started with that. So that's our first task for starting out.
First order of business for the for the assistant.
Right. So, I think it's going to work out pretty well. So we'll see what goes on there.
Good.
I don't know about anything else going on for me.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all got going on. If y'all want to talk about anything.
Yeah, we're
kind of at a crossroads right now. What y'all think about Cody Rhodes going to WWE?
Are we sure that that's what's going to be happening?
I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
I'm starting to feel like maybe it's kind of a work.
You think so?
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if he did go to WWE, but I don't know.
No, I don't know if it would surprise me. Could he join EC3 and Braun Strowman in their group now that Austin Aries signed there? There's a lot of possibilities for Cody.
That is true.
He doesn't seem like he hasn't been one of those guys that's talking about, I want to wrestle till I'm 45, 50. You know, he doesn't seem like he wants to do this big, long, played out gimmick. It always seemed like he wanted 2 more years and then to get away because of how messed up his back is.
Right.
So it's just kind of one of those things where I don't know if that's what I really believe or not. Going back to WWE would make me think he wants to stick around for a while.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know. It was just something I thought of.
You saw what he said too, right?
Yeah, I just saw it too. I'm not posting it, but I saw what he said.
What did he say?
You just still have to look in the chat. No, it's an interesting idea. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to WWE, but I kind of hope he doesn't. Vince is a vindictive son of a bitch, man. He's as great as he is as a businessman. It's I don't want to be on his wrong side, as especially in an industry where you could easily become, Buddy Murphy or lose 182 matches in a row or something like that, and that doesn't look great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So, so we got a tournament getting ready to start over there.
Yeah.
Anything else you got getting ready to start up on any of the shows for week 17 and forward?
No, not yet.
John, you got anything going on?
Well, other than the negative for ECW, there's not much going on there right now. GCW, we still got all the torture and shit with
everybody.
Everybody.
I want to hit on the negative. That's one of the things I really want to hit on from the pay-per-view.
Okay.
So that was an awesome setup because you had that as a Rhino coming out for open challenge on ECW, right?
Yeah, let me bring it up. So yeah, it's like after match 10, Rhino had come out and he was told to issue an open challenge because he had nothing going on.
Okay.
And he wants to be a part of the pay-per-view. It's like, all right. He goes out there and he says, tonight I was told to come out here and issue an open challenge. So if anybody in the back feels brave enough to take on the man beast, then come on out. And the lights go off. Screen lights up white. On the screen it says, in the blink of an eye, the negative is coming. The screen goes dark. Lights come back on. Rhino stares at the entranceway in confusion. Lights go off again. And they come back on, and the negative is standing in the ring behind Rhino. Rhino turns around and sees the negative. They stare each other down. Rhino is caught in a trance, and he can't really move until the referee rings the bell. Then the match starts. It's a hardcore match. Man, no matter what the outcome is, hopefully the negative wins this match.
Yeah.
But after the match, the negative takes a picture of Rhino. Then lights go off and they quickly flash, like the flash on a camera.
Yeah.
Once the lights come back on, the negative is gone, and on Rhino's chest is the picture that the negative took. But Rhino is not in the picture. It's just a blank photo. And basically the commentary is saying, what does this mean? What are the negative's plans for ECW and the rest of the roster?
Yeah. I really liked how that was written. That camera angle's fantastic. How you're playing that in. So Moose wanted to let everybody know, I put it up here, that he's got a men's and women's March Madness bracket going on NWA. That sounds like it's going to be kind of fun.
Right.
I'm wondering how many people Moose is going to be putting into each one. I would think 16, but it could be huge. And then David has AIW has a women's tag title tournament starting in week 17. We do have pay-per-view 5 is going to be the Worlds Collide pay-per-view. So probably most of these tournaments will be either finishing up in week 20 or week 21 instead of at the pay-per-view like it would normally be. So that's sounds like that'll be a good one too. Women's tag tournament should be good. I don't know how many teams David's going to put in there. Moose said he's got 32 men and 16 women entering into that tournament.
That's going to be a long tournament.
Yeah,
that's going to be real good.
I like it.
That's going to be fun. Let's see here. Well, we've got a few pay-per-views that have already been posted. You guys want to go over one of those real quick?
Yeah, we can. I want to. Let's go over your. I really want to go over your SummerSlam.
Okay, we can do that.
But you know what? Really, I really enjoyed David's pay-per-view, his WCW pay-per-view.
I did too. Is that Bash at the Beach?
Yeah. I mean, I can't look. I think I put it somewhere in the group chat that I can scan through. Because I really did like it.
WCW Wrestle War.
Yeah.
There it was.
Because it starts off
that
with
one pulled up.
Owen Hart versus
Big
Stevie Cool.
Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great storyline he's got going on there with Owen Hart teaming with Yokozuna.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I love that tag team in general.
Yeah.
Yoko and Owen Hart were such a great tag team back in the 90s. Oh.
Yeah.
They dominated.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way. But
no,
to see how he's running this is really cool.
Just the whole card, I thought was great. But then there were so many other cards I thought that were good too. So
the pay-per-views have been really good. A couple highlights for me. I mean, we had Owen Hart and Yokozuna, or with Yokozuna, taking on Big Stevie Cool with Hollywood Nova and the Blue Guy.
Yeah.
The Blue Guy, you can't avoid him.
Can't avoid then you got that WCW Cruiserweight title match. Then it looks like Super Liger versus Billy Kidman.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I like Drew Galloway versus Terry Bam Bam Gordy. That's a good one. For the United States title.
The Outsiders versus Luger and Savage.
That's another good storyline that he's got going on.
This tag team turmoil match, number one contenders for the tag titles, looks pretty good.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we got the Road Warriors, the Steiner Brothers, the Varsity Club, Power and Glory, Fabulous Freebirds, Harlem Heat, and then Doom with Butch Reed and Ron Simmons. I mean, that's a powerhouse match.
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh yeah.
And then you have Kurt Hennig versus Kerry Von Erich, and this is the match 4 of the best of 7. I've been enjoying that pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Paige and AJ Lee, that one really caught my eye as I was going through it. Not a lot of build up to it, but I loved seeing that. I was like, oh.
Sting and DDP.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Sting and DDP. You know, he's got something going with that. So
it was a good card. He posted it like seconds after the pay-per-views were opened, so I forgot about it.
He was like,
like he had to have that ready.
Yeah, chairman was like, "Oh, I'm ready for pay-per-views," and then
and he literally posted like all 3 of his pay-per-views within seconds of that.
Right away.
That son of a bitch.
He was on the ball.
Yeah.
All right. So you wanted to hit on SummerSlam a little bit here.
I do. I don't know any of the matches. I can't look them up.
I got them all right here.
So
let's see here. So I mean, I've been building up for the Intercontinental Championship for a little while here because AC Romero had his miraculous run in the super heavyweight gauntlet match. So I gave him the Intercontinental title match against Cena. And he's been delaying that match all month. So finally had that one take place. AC Romero with Larry D versus John Cena with Ashton Kutcher. Grado was injured, so he couldn't make it to that. So who do you guys like in that one?
I'm going with Cena.
Yeah, Cena all day.
All
never
day.
Never bet against Cena. I learned that a long time ago. Never bet against Cena.
Well, I try to avoid betting on professional wrestling whenever possible. It's still real to me, damn it, but so's my money, and I don't want
still real to me, damn it.
I did have no interference in the match per se, but I am trying to start a little rivalry between Ashton Kutcher and Jon Stewart. Remember to make sure that you join the group so you can take a look at what I've got going on there for that rivalry. There's a link. I put it in the page. Learning new things about this program that we use. Big John Studd won a #1 contenders match last week, and he is facing the Sultan for the Super Heavyweight Championship.
All right.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
He's been doing a good job defending it. So then there's always my filler matches, because you always, on a 12 match card, you got to throw a couple in there. I played off of Lufisto losing her #1 contenders match in week 16. So she got a submission match against Katrina.
I'm going with Katrina on that one.
I think I would too. I mean,
I love me some Katrina, but I went with Lufisto on this one. I just have a feeling on it. We'll see.
Right.
Raw Tag Team Championship match. I had the Shot Callers, which is Mr. McElroy and Elijah Burke, who met at the club.
I like that.
Mr. McElroy lost his tag team partner, so he was pretty depressed. So he was out at the bars all the time, and he met Elijah Burke, and they became buddies. They are taking on the champions of H2H, which is Diablo and Sarif from Modern Mania Wrestling.
I gotta go with Shot Callers.
Oh yeah.
I had to go with that name. I love that. I couldn't be the Fashion Bros anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I went with Shot Callers on that one as well. Then we had the Soldiers of Fortune in another filler match, which is G.I. Bro and Commander Aziz versus Texas DDS, which is Texas Red and Isaac Yankum DDS.
I'm gonna go with Texas DDS.
I'm gonna say Soldiers of Fortune.
I went with Soldiers of Fortune. That's gonna be a good one though. Anytime you got G.I. Bro, got a decent chance there. That should be fun to see those. That's a good combination.
Right.
Then I've been building up for this one a little bit, not so much in storyline, but just in matches. At the Raw Women's Tag Team Championship, the Jawbreakers of Candy Cotton and Sugar Skull with Roxy Laveau taking on the Shadow Queens, Black Lotus and Princess of Darkness.
I'm gonna go with Shadow Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with Shadow Queens too. We've got an introduction of a new character to Raw at the end of that match. A new member of Los Aztecas. Make sure you check out the card. But we've got Eliza Bratt comes out, and she is going to be kind of running the women's side of Los Aztecas and helping things out with Mil Mascaras there. And they go down to the ring, and they are going to be entering into the 24/7 Championship Battle Royal. And I think this is kind of what you wanted to talk about.
Right.
This Battle Royal.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
I wanted to talk about what happened before the Battle Royal.
Yeah, there was a real life Battle Royal. Let's just tensions got a little high in some discussions, and
right,
it's kind of led to some good gimmicks in the game. So there's been a few mentions of it throughout, but it's all been in good fun. It's things have diffused, calmed down quite a bit.
Right.
So, and I don't deal well with stress, so I try to make light of every time there is a stressful situation and try to diffuse everything with humor. And doesn't always work, but I try.
Right. And you had how many? Like 40 people in this this battle royal?
I put 40 people into this battle royal. The chairman had accepted the challenge of Everest, took the 24/7 championship, and then Mr. A went pretty ballistic and started beating the shit out of Tom the ref and choking out Everest. Eventually we got our championship back, and then the chairman wanted to come back, and he wanted to be a part of whatever I had planned for the pay-per-view for the 24/7 championship. He brought Chief Morley with him, and then I don't think he realized that I had a 40-man battle royal planned when he said he wanted to be part of
it. Well, he learned real quick. Learned real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So in this match, we have everyone from Los Aztecas that's not in a match at the pay-per-view, everyone from La Barbershop, everyone from the Insiders, Suicide, Curryman, Nikki Bella is in there. You got Chief Morley and the chairman are both in there. There's a good little interaction between Mr. A and the chairman. I think people are really going to like. I strongly recommend checking that part out. Let's see who else is in there. Taryn Terrell, Joseph Park, multiple-time champion Big Bartholomew is in there. Roxy Laveau. So it's a plethora of Raw superstars.
Yeah.
It's 38 on 2, essentially, is what it is at this point.
Pretty much.
Suicide makes a pretty interesting entrance into this. Parachuting down in front of the arena before coming in and rushing into the match and joining it at the last second. So that's a pretty fun part. So we got 40 people, a whole lot of people thrown in there. Take your pick. Who you guys think is gonna win this one?
I'm gonna go with Curryman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
I won't be mad if Curryman wins. Whenever you do a big battle royal, you get extra picks. I actually picked 4 people this time because I had 40 people, so it's 1 for every 10. I went with Suicide in hopes of him actually getting a W. It has not happened yet. Lacey Von Erich, because gotta pull for somebody from the Insiders to get in there. The chairman, because I will not be surprised in the least if the chairman walks out with the title.
True.
Tom, the damn ref, is going to show up.
Yeah, he's going to show up.
You already know.
No, he did not get thrown over the top.
Freak did not hit the floor.
Freak did not hit the ground. Moose. Anybody but Curryman.
Yeah, anybody but Curryman.
Come on, man. He's the spiciest wrestler.
Dry Rub Doug did take exception to that, but it didn't mean shit. Curryman slapped his ass around. Spicy as all hell.
Right.
Don't forget, he tastes great, too.
That's right.
That's what I heard.
Then we have the Hardcore Championship match, which was a last man standing match between the leader of the Insiders, which is Lance Archer, and the leader of La Barba Shop, La Barba Grande.
La Barba Grande. Gotta go with my fellow La Barba Shop member.
That would be the logical choice. So, logic being what it is, I went with Lance Archer because
everybody died.
The general manager's cousin is going to be in the last man standing match. We're hoping that that's how it works out. Moose wanted to remind us that Curry Man is also less filling.
Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you?
This segment of the show brought to you by Miller Lite. Tastes great and it's less filling. All right, so we got match 9 is the Raw Women's Triple Threat with Desi Dorada, Allie Rex, and SoCal Val. Any picks?
Say Allie Rex.
Allie Rex?
Yeah. Allie Rex.
I'm hoping for SoCal Val, but I'm thinking Allie Rex is probably going to get that title back. Because, well, we'll see. Should be interesting. She does better in those mixed tag matches than she does in singles.
Right.
Then I came up with next, I have the King of the Mountain Fatal 5-Way match with a hockey theme to it. So when they go into the penalty box, they actually have to go to the penalty box. Today, this episode is brought to you from Calgary. So I figured might as well play into those Canadians loving hockey.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So the King of the Mountain match is Kid Cash, Eclipse Jr. from Los Aztecas, Joey Janela, Chad Too Bad, and Dante Fox.
I'm going to go Dante Fox.
I'm going to say Janela.
I went with Janela this time. But Chad Too Bad's been having a good little run lately. So we'll see. Then I followed that up with a cash-in for the with his Ultimate X briefcase. Pac-Man Jones is going to be taking on the winner of the Ultimate X match.
Well, I'd have to say Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah. I just realized that I forgot to change the number of the match when I changed the order. So I've got to go in there and modify that because he is not taking on the winner of the Triple Threat women's match. He is taking on the winner of the King of the Mountain match.
Yeah, you're going to have to change that.
I got to get in there and make that change real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Then I have the Universal Championship match, which is Chandler Park versus Mil Mascaras. So Chandler Park had gotten back the 24/7 championship from the chairman when he stole his limo, which I pretty pleased with how OVW wrote that up. That was really good.
Yeah,
that he stole the chair, that he stole the limo.
Yeah, I like that.
So that was a lot of fun. So he's going up against Mil Mascaras at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm going to say Mil Mascaras retains.
Yeah, Mil Mascaras.
That's what I'm hoping for. So Chandler seems to do better when he's in those multi-person matches than when he does with a one-on-one. Kind of like the 38-on-1 that I had, 38-on-2 here. Chandler Park did really well in the 3-on-1 for the 24/7.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Then I end it with a introduction of a new character onto Raw, which had a little bit of fun with that one. If you play Modern Mania Wrestling, you know that one of the characters is pretty blatantly Kevin Owens. And having this show take place in Canada, I wanted to kind of embrace that a little bit. I picked the wrong territory, but I did pick the right country at least. So, So have a little fun with that one. Log on to the Facebook page, take a look, let me know what you think, and hopefully we'll see you a lot more often on there. Trying to build a little intrigue, guys. That's what they call in the biz leading people. I don't know what they call it in the biz. I'm not in the damn biz.
I'm not either.
Nope.
I'm not either, but that's why we do these podcasts, so Freddie Prinze can see us. And
hopefully. I think my writing does a little bit better explaining it than me trying to skip over a lot of the words when we talk about the Raw stuff. So I want people to get on there and read them sometimes. So,
right.
John, do you want to hit on your pay-per-view real quick? You want to hit on ECW?
Yeah, we'll talk.
We got a little bit of time.
Yeah. Okay, so ECW, the pay-per-view Heat Wave. So, match 1 was a table, ladders, and tax match for the Worlds Collide Women's Legends Championship, and it's Awesome Kong versus China.
Ooh. That's a good starter. I'm gonna go with Kong.
I'm going with China.
I too went with China.
Okay.
Match 2 is a street fight for the ECW TV Championship, and Seth Green is getting his rematch against Bob Saget.
Let's see. Bob
I gotta
Saget
go Seth Green.
Saget's in a defense, so I am going to
go. Because he's going to be on week 17. And he's going to win and be 5 times.
5 times.
5 times.
I'm going to go with Seth Green as well.
Be honest, it would not surprise me if Seth did win, but I went with Bob to retain.
It's going to be a big running gag, and it's going to work against you
every week. Bob loses the title and wins it back.
Right.
Much like our truth with the 24/7 title.
Much like our truth, yeah. Or again, Sasha Banks.
Yeah. In match 3, I had a first blood match: Brittany Knight versus Killer Kelly.
I'm gonna go Killer Kelly on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Killer Kelly as well.
I too went with Killer Kelly.
Yeah.
All right, match 4 is a landmine death match for the ECW Junior Heavyweight Championship, and it's Gringo Loco versus Jordan Miles versus Marco Stunt.
Well, we know it ain't gonna be Marco Stunt.
Nah, he can't win a match.
I'm not a big fan of Jordan Miles, but I could see him maybe winning.
He's the current champion, so.
He's a current champion?
Oh, he's the current champion? Okay, so I can see him retaining.
Yeah.
Because on TNA, I have ACH, which is basically the same guy.
Yeah.
And that dude was fucking, he's no Anthony Green with 12-1, but he does have a good record.
Well, based on you going with Jordan Miles, I'm going to go with the massive upset and say Marco's Stunt. That way, each of us is represented there.
Right. I went with Gringo Loco. So the next match is a hardcore tornado tag team match. It's Raven and RVD versus Mass Transit and Terry Funk.
Raven and RVD.
All day.
Oh, yeah.
I, too, went with Raven and RVD.
Even though Mass Transit is on your card a lot.
Yeah, he is. He really is. And match 6 is a 5-way exploding barbed wire cage match for Worlds Collide Celebrity Championship. And it's Stephen Amell versus Cain Velasquez versus Vinny Paz versus Betty White versus the reigning champion, Meatloaf.
I gotta go Betty White.
This kind of became a bit of a controversial match on the card. There was already a lot of comments on it. I'm gonna go with Stephen Amell.
Okay. I went with my guy Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously.
I mean, I think I wouldn't mind seeing Stephen Amell get on to like Freddie Prinze type show, like as an occasional person on there. That would be interesting to see.
Okay.
But Betty White, God rest, I hope she does not win this damn championship. That's the key.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be funny.
It would.
Okay. Match 7 is a scaffold match. The BWO versus the Primetime Players.
I'm gonna go BWO.
Yeah, I'll go with BWO.
All right. Moose says he wants to see Saget versus Betty versus Meatloaf in a triple threat heaven or hell purgatory death match.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. We'll save that for later. Maybe at the Worlds Collide pay-per-view that'll happen.
Maybe at the Worlds Collide, yeah. And we're all going to hell.
That's good.
It is a good idea. It's a good
you need to write that down, Dub. Write that down and put.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down and talk to Darren about that.
I'm writing it on my notepad.
So let's see if Meatloaf. Well, either Meatloaf or Betty White has to retain, or Betty White at least needs to get the title or something. Something has to happen.
We'll see.
To get Bob Saget out there.
Okay. Match 8 is an I Quit match, and it's Abdullah the Butcher versus Stardust.
Abdullah the Butcher. Gotta go with my ministry.
I'm gonna go with Stardust.
I went with Abdullah the Butcher.
Such a bad gimmick, but Stardust. Stardust was not a great gimmick, but man.
Match 9 is a ladder match for the ECW Tag Team Championships, and it's the Gangsters versus Aces and Eights, which is Doc and Nux.
Doc and Nux?
Yeah.
I'll go with Gangsters.
Gangsters, yeah.
I too went
with the Gangsters. Big Dan's in the house.
Big Dan.
Yes, he is.
Mr. 10 points.
Mr. 10 points.
Match 10 is Rhino's Hardcore Open Challenge. Rhino versus the Negative.
I'm going to go Rhino.
You know that's how it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's how it's going to happen. Like,
I'm going to go with the Negative.
Even though, Rhino will probably win this match, but I predicted the Negative to win.
Yeah, I'm going to hope for the Negative.
Right. Yeah. I just had to fuck with you on that
one. Match 11 is a hardcore Iron Man match, or Iron Woman match, excuse me.
Perfect.
For the ECW Women's Championship, and it's Chyna versus Io Shirai.
We go Chyna on that one too.
I'm gonna go Io.
I went with Io.
Chyna's gonna be slowed down by Awesome Kong beating her up earlier in the day.
And the main event, Flaming Tables match for the ECW World Championship, Cactus Jack versus Kota Ibushi.
I got to go Ibushi on this one. He's retaining.
Cactus Jack.
I too went with Kota Ibushi.
got slapped by my mother at a show here in the 80s. Chewed a light bulb and spit in her direction. She didn't take it too kindly. Is that a true story, Dan? That's wow.
We gotta have him on the show just so he can tell
Dan's mom.
Dan's mom.
Mama
slapping Abdullah the Butcher.
Mama
did she get the pin?
Very true indeed.
Very true indeed.
Mama Oak.
That's when Mama Oak became the first
we gotta have her in the
24/7 champion.
We gotta have her in the game.
We gotta add her. Mama Oak.
Mama Oak. Playable character.
You gotta add her in the game, Dan. Mama Oak.
That's fantastic.
Mama Oak versus Abdullah the Butcher. We gotta get it.
In a light bulb match.
Light bulb match. There you
go.
Yeah, that's it for the ECW pay-per-view.
It's a good card, man. There's a lot of good matches on there. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly, we went with a lot of the same people. I think that's what part of the reason I had to go with Cactus Jack, just so we didn't all three have the same one again.
Right.
That's going to be good. I like it. I can't wait to see what the results for this week.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and Chairman, whenever you're ready, we are now ready for results because we just didn't want to have them before the show started. We wanted at least to have this done before we started saying, oh, yeah, I think this guy's going to win because he did.
Right.
Yeah, this guy won.
Mm.
So, other than that, that's about all we got for this week. Again, join us on the Facebook group. Hopefully we'll start tweeting a little bit more often here. I'm getting ready to start making some more things on Canva so that we can have some more entertainment on our Facebook page instead of just the podcast once a week. Anything that we get, if anybody in the group wants us to post their card, just let us know. We'll throw it over onto the group, onto the podcast page, and everybody can take a look. Remember to invite your friends. Tell your friends about us. Don't cross the Black Rose cult. What other advice do we have?
Oh, man. Well, we got to give out John Dubs' number.
Oh, yep. Got to give out John Dubs' number. Remember, if you need to reach any of us at any point in time, especially late at night, it is 1-2-3-4-5-6-7-8-9-0. And if you want to reach him directly, it's extension 666. We'll make sure that your call is forwarded correctly. If you don't reach us, don't worry. Just leave a message. It'll be perfectly fine. International callers, I don't know how to help you. You're on your own. This is America. Learn how our phones work.
America. Oh man, that's good shit.
Remember, if you wanna reach Jay Stone,
all you have to do is puff on the magic dragon a few times
while looking in the mirror.
While looking in the mirror.
Hey, what is it?
Blowing out the smoke.
Is it 5 times weed man? Evil
chronic.
Evil chronic. There we go.
Evil chronic. So I just got informed by the anonymous Stampede general manager that he sent me his match card for the pay-per-view if you guys want to look into that.
Yeah, we can do that.
So
yeah,
I didn't know if that's something you wanted to do or
might as well.
You know that good thing you put out that Gmail address all the time. You know, people send us stuff.
That's true. We do have the Gmail address. That's wcfwpodcast@gmail.com. And a Twitter account, which is @WCFW Podcast.
That's right. So it looks like a great card. So match 1 looks like it's a Stampede hardcore title match with Test versus Prince Albert.
Okay.
Test is the current champion.
I'm gonna go Prince Albert.
I'm gonna say Test retains.
I'm gonna go with Test, and looks like a Stampede win with Test as well.
Okay,
that's a good one. I like that. Match 2 was is the Major Brothers, which is Brett and Brian Major versus the SATs or the Sats, Joey and Jose Max. I can't say
Maximo.
that. Maximo, yeah. Versus Max and Rex Harmony.
I'll go Max and Rex.
I'm saying Major Brothers.
I'm gonna go the Sats. But Stampede went with the Major Bros.
Okay. Gotta be SATs, right? Are they the Joel and Jose? Yeah. Is that are they an intelligent gimmick? Is that what's going on there? Is that what the SATs is?
They need to get the genius up in there now.
Right.
The genius.
Match 3 is Rockabilly's tour back to the title picture. Right now he is 2-2, and it's Rockabilly versus Adam O'Brien.
I'll go Rockabilly.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. And Stampede went with Rockabilly as well.
SAT's Spanish announce team. There you go. That makes sense.
Then we have Stampede women's title match that saw Rio Mizunami.
Mizunami?
Yeah, versus Heather Owens. And Rio is the current champion.
I'll go Rio.
Yeah.
Same here, and that's what Stampede went with as well.
Okay.
Match 5 is Christian York versus Danny Bandana versus Nikki Lee Six versus
Fuego del Sol.
Fuego del Sol.
I'm gonna go with Nikki Lee.
I'm gonna say Fuego.
I'm gonna go with Fuego too.
That would be a good one.
Stampede went with Christian York.
Okay.
Match 6.
We got a comment here. David says that it's another great card that Anonymous GM is a brilliant man. Which is immediately disproven because Moose said that must have been Jay, and those two just don't add up. Brilliant man and Jay.
Hey, you know what? Stampede's been putting on some great cards. So
Stampede has been putting on some good shows lately.
Whoever the Anonymous GM really is, they're doing a great job.
They've been doing very well.
It's a Hornswoggle.
It has to be.
Proven fact.
It's gotta be.
Well, how come Jay Stone hasn't beat him yet then?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. You just don't know.
That's the one midget that Jay Stone can't beat.
He just can't quite beat him. Nasty J. Nasty J. That's what it is.
Nasty J. Nasty J. It's the one midget Nasty J can't beat. Hornswoggle's too fast for him.
Oh, that's funny. So, match 6 is an open challenge for the Stampede Tag Titles with current champions the main event. Evidently they did the open challenge, and Test and Prince Albert made the call for the open challenge.
I like TNA there. I'll go Test and Prince Albert.
Yeah.
I'm going for I think I'm going to go for TNA too.
Gideon thinks that the Stampede general manager is Mr. McMahon himself. It's been him all along.
It was me all along.
It was me, Austin. Then we go down to match 7 is a pose down challenge.
Love it.
The Ultimate Warrior versus Jesse the Body Ventura.
Love it.
I love it. I like that. I like that. I'm going to have to go with the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you know what they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I'm going to go with Jesse the Body Ventura.
Looks like Stampede went with the Ultimate Warrior. Match 8 is Captain Insano versus Claymore versus Sonya Kiss.
Captain Insano shows no mercy. I'm going with Captain Insano.
I'm going to go with Captain Insano, too. That's our first clean sweep on Stampede.
Then match 9 is a triple threat for the Stampede Junior Championship that has Casey Navarro versus the champ. Casey Navarro versus Joey Wrestling versus the champion Johnny Mundo.
I'm going to go Johnny Mundo.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm going as well. Looks like Stampede took Casey Navarro.
Okay.
Match 10 is Stampede Women's Tag Titles that has the Hex Sisters as the champions versus I can't even say those names.
Emi Sakura and Sumi Sakai.
Yeah, I'll go with what you said, sir. Yeah.
I just am gonna say the Hex Sisters and hope that Jay Stone is gonna pick Emi and Sumi just so he has to say it again.
I'm not gonna say it again, but that's who I'm going with.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Hex Sisters.
Okay.
Match 11 is a Stampede World Title match that sees Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff facing Derek Bateman as Derek's the current champion.
Derek's the current champion?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Bateman to retain.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Paul Orndorff wins it back. Paul
gets it back? Well, yeah, he's had it a little bit here.
I want to say Paul wins it back, but it's an even match. I want to say it's really not an even match if you want to think about it. Fucking Bateman's a bitch.
True.
But I think I'm gonna go Paul Orndorff.
Okay.
And it looks like Stampede went Paul Orndorff as well.
Yeah.
And then match 12 is a War Games match, submit or surrender match. And it's Lance
Aren't
Cage.
Those basically the same thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, depends on which War Games you're talking about. You know, WCW's was like that, but WWE's, well, NXT's, I should say, isn't. So.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to. It's a pinfall or submission in NXT.
No, I just meant is it submit and surrender? Aren't those the same thing?
Surrender is just like
surrender is like saying I quit, and a submit is like a tap out.
Right.
Okay.
But in a way, kind of similar. But you know, you're just
similar. But the difference is you have to say I surrender.
Gotcha. That's there you go.
Or you tap out.
Right.
Or pass out.
Or pass out.
Whatever. True. Yeah. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, but we have Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch, Dick Murdoch, and the Midnight Rider versus Bear Country and the Bear Boulder Brothers. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bear Country and the Boulder Brothers.
I'm gonna go with Cade, the Murdochs, and Midnight Rider.
Say Bear Country and the Boulder Brothers.
Stampede went with Lance Cade and Murdochs and the Midnight Riders, but I think that's going to be a good match, though.
That should be a really good match, actually. That's a really good card. Whoever has been doing it as anonymous GM has been doing a great job. This last month of the game, especially, it's been a really step up for the anonymous GM.
Yeah,
whoever's running them.
Right. It's anonymous. Who knows? Yeah.
We got
could be John Dubs for all we know.
Could be. Could be Freddie Prinze Jr. We'd love to find that out.
That'd be pretty cool.
It could be your Intercontinental Champion, whoever's the Intercontinental. It was Nakamura is still the Intercontinental Champion.
Right here.
Sami Zayn. Could be Tito Santana. We don't know. It's anonymous.
Yeah, it could be anybody. So
we're hoping it's one of them. That would be cool.
Be Cody Rhodes. Could be Chris Jericho.
That's what Cody's gonna do next. Yes, he's joining us.
Yes, it's Cody.
It's Cody. Uh-oh. Got my little bash into the IC title in last week's show. Yeah, is that the show you went 1-9? Is that what that one was? So a lot going on. Again, hope everybody joins us. Get over there, request to join the group. We'd be happy to have you. Anything you want to do, if you want to be a young boy or a mentee or assistant GM, just a spectator. An assistant.
That's right. You goddamn right. You better believe it.
Take advantage of the opportunity. Get over there. We'd love to have you as part of the group. Give us some feedback. We're three assholes on here, but we're pretty welcoming to everybody in the group. We just got to have as much fun as possible. I hate to break character for you, but we're not.
Hey, what'd you guys think about the Elimination Chamber?
Heard it was great. Looking forward to watching it. Heard good things.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that awesome IC title match they had?
I did. It was John Cena versus AC Romero, wasn't
it? Yeah.
I was watching an old Saturday Night Live, and the Peyton Manning's on there, and he's talking. They're supposed to have him talking about the games over the weekend, and instead he starts talking about Emily in Paris, and that's kind of how I feel right now. It's like, oh, you guys want to talk about Elimination Chamber? I could talk about the Olympics all day.
All day. No, just I had to bring it up because I knew you didn't watch it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with busting chops. Hey, that's what we're here to do, right?
That's
we can't keep it boring.
Right.
So, all right.
Anything else anybody's got?
I mean, I could go into shit all day when it comes to
all
stuff.
Day.
I know that Dan is trying his hardest. Dan the Oak is trying his hardest to join John Dubs as the only two people that get 0 points in a week. He's really working hard at that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he makes it there soon.
He's 1 point shy.
He's one match shy.
He's joined those 1 pointers though.
John's got the champagne on ice, waiting for the next person that goes over.
I'm popping.
It's like the reverse of the Miami Dolphins. He's just waiting for anybody to join him.
Right.
Dan says he's getting closer every week.
Hey, but you know what? Even though the points suck, he throws an amazing card. He has an amazing card, man. I mean, I love seeing what happens each week.
The one, like, I finished reading it right before the results got posted, and like as I was typing in my comment, the results went up, and I went, "Oh, well, that fucking sucks."
Right.
So it doesn't matter how bad the results were. This card was great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's putting on great stuff.
Like, I hope it works out for him, though. Like, even with the results being what they were, I hope it works out for him story-wise. Just because it's amazing. It's an amazing story.
And I think that's what you're seeing more and more. Like, no matter who wins, I think people are starting to set the matches up so it'll work for storyline no matter what the result is. And it's really getting good to see. So there's so many different writing styles. John's dark. I try to be a little bit more comedic, but also have some intensity to the shows. Jay does some brilliant things, and he treads on both sides of the line, to put it mildly. And sometimes the creative really starts to flow.
After
No, but you guys are putting out great shows, matches especially.
I do have to say, after the World Collide pay-per-view, I'm throwing a little special together with Scotty and Dubs over here. Champions versus champions. What do you guys say? You down?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Raw accepts that challenge.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So you never know who might show up at one of your guys' shows. So what are we gonna do? GCW, Raw, and TNA?
TNA, yeah.
So you never know who's gonna show up on one of those shows over this next month plus of game time here.
And maybe even AEW. I might throw AEW and NXT, and who knows?
Okay.
We might throw ECW in there.
Yeah.
There were a couple of new appearances.
You only have one show, so you're only
so it's obviously going to be Raw for me, but I did just have the Modern Mania Mafia made their first appearance on Moose's show for NWA. So there was an open challenge. So I've got the Modern Mania Mafia. Yeah. I was like, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Took me a second. So that's going to be interesting. I'm excited to get them on to Raw and see what I can come up with for that group. Because I've got a lot of Modern Mania people.
Now, I do have to say, if any other brand wants to join in this champion versus champion thing, they're more than welcome to. And I'll get something set up. Other than that, it'd just be us three and whoever else wants to join it. Yeah. Whoever wants to put a champion against one of our champions,
Is that going to be the roulette wheel? Is that what's going to be going on with that one?
Yes.
So we won't know what the match themes are until day of.
Until I post it.
So Raw superstars will be at a decided disadvantage because they all would like to keep their limbs.
Right.
And the GCW superstars would like to take your limbs.
Would like to take them. Maybe I'll send.
We might even have a 24th title defense over there. 24. There are 420 title defense. 420 title defense.
420. Well, I know. ECW has RVD, so he's down for that 420 title there.
I like it. We got to get something going.
A worthy challenger. I'm gonna have to have Justice Payne and Charlie Manson be my protectors on Raw. Maybe they're sickos. Maybe we'll figure something out.
Maybe they'll turn against you.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. You never know what'll happen.
Who knows?
I've been thinking about doing that with the Zodiac, having him join up with those two idiots, but I haven't decided yet. All right. I don't have anything else. You guys got anything?
No, besides Gideon about you're gonna see his predictions on my NXT pay-per-view card. So let's see what he can
he's already making those predictions for this time?
Yeah, I sent him what my match card looks like. I told him what predictions he thought, and he wrote them down, and I was like, I'm gonna go with him. Let's see what he's got.
Sounds good.
So
I'm hoping young boy Ryan can start helping me out a little bit more often here too.
Yeah.
Remember, if any of the new people want to join that mentorship, feel free to message Darren, and he'll get you taken care of.
Message Darren, just throw it on one of the cards. Say, hey, I'd love to work with this person. I'm also sick and twisted. I want to work with John. David puts out great cards. He's always a good person to work with. I don't know who else is going to be working as mentors at the moment. So just let somebody know. Darian's the one to let know. But you can always throw it on one of the cards, and whoever's doing it will reach out to you. So
right.
Other than that, shoot us an email, join the page, follow us on Twitter, and then we'll see you later. Bye-bye.